Welcome to Aldor, a land brimming with possibilities ready for exploration. Recently discovered, this plane teems with marvels yet to be uncovered. Diverse inhabitants, driven by their own curiosities, populate the land, and you never know what wonders or secrets might lie hidden or in plain sight. Magic is the lifeblood of Aldor, woven into every aspect of daily life, from medicine to construction, combat, and arcane arts. In this world, magic is both mysterious and abundant. Aldor is not only a land of magic, but also a realm where technology flourishes, from the simplest tools to advanced contraptions. Wielding an array of weapons, from traditional bows and arrows to intricately crafted bowlers that ensnare their opponents with precision. Yet it's the ingenious tinkerers of Aldor who truly push the boundaries of innovation. In their workshops, you can find the sparks of creativity in igniting the creation of anything up to firearms. The blend of arcane power and mechanical prowess makes Aldor a place where the past, present, and future converge in unexpected and mysterious ways. We arrive at a small, quaint village known as Goldfield, where our adventurers are going to be taking up the start of their journey. We will pan over to Ricky as he speeds into town. What are you seeing, Bob? What are you looking for? You're running in from the bottom area down here. All right. We see Ricky as he starts sprinting his way into town. Reaching this first house, he notices a guard, there's a guard sitting there. He's got a sort of a crossbow, like laying by his feet sort of thing, like propped up on his leg sort of thing. Hey, who goes there? Who goes there? The guard sort of looks, looking a bit confused at this, like 6 foot something dragonborn racing into town, looking very confused. The Smiths live down by the docks. You just legging it for the docks?
I'm running.
He's running. So we've got Ricky absolutely running towards the docks. All right, you get to the first house closest to the docks. There's like a family sitting there. There's like the old man's like down on the you can sort of just see far in the distance down on the dock there's like a guy sitting down there. And like the rest of the family are sort of up a little bit on the bank watching him sort of thing. What are you going to call out to the family?
Is this the Smiths here? The Smith?
The lady sort of jumps a little bit. Oh, yes. We're the Smiths. What can we help you with today?
I need a fine metal for daggers.
Fine metal. She's very confused at this point. She is. She's looking a little worried. You can see at this point the man's coming along the docks now, sort of thing, walking back towards you guys, walking towards you. Everything okay?
Yes, I'm looking for the Smith.
The Smith. We are the Smiths. Actually, a bit of a confusion. It happens a fair bit.
Oh.
What you're going to want to do is head to the entrance of town, and it's actually just opposite the guards' barracks.
Okay, well, I'll be off my way quickly. Bye.
And Ricky bolts back through, heading towards the blacksmith. We will now pan over to the town hall, a beautiful wooded building. Has a beautiful ornate pillars at the front of it. Has two massive doors that are completely open at the front. Very welcoming. Little torches adorn the front to keep it well lit, sort of thing. They seem to have just they've been turned on sort of thing, but they're not really it's sort of afternoon. It's like they've been turned on for the rounds sort of thing, but it's not dark yet. And we see Rivet over there. Do you want to intro your characters, Zach?
So I'm gonna be in a shop yelling with the shopkeep.
Brilliant. Top floor of the town's hall is all the traders and stuff like that.
Like, what do you mean you already sold it? I came
Sorry,
here
miss. It's already gone.
I came here specifically for that silver engraved pocket watch. And by the time I get here from across the seas, you have already sold it. Can you at least tell me who you sold it to?
I'm sorry, miss. Mitch doesn't remember much. Some things go in one ear and out the other.
That's just great.
Can I interest you in any other of Mitch's wares? This is Mitch's Bits.
No, I don't think so. That's...
Oh, okay.
He's looking rather sad that you've not wanted to buy anything, but he's okay with it.
I think this is Weirdo's cue.
Brilliant. In the midst of this conversation, Weirdo's character enters.
My character is named Lucinda. She's a fox-looking tabaxi and a druid. She's just wandering in to this market area, clearly not looking for something specific, but rather browsing. But
Welcome
as
to
she's
Mitch's
walking around,
Bits. Can I interest you in anything?
I don't think so right now. I'm just gonna... And then I fall over Rivet.
Oh, are you okay? You have fallen down. Mitch does that quite a bit.
And he offers a large hand. As you guys are now looking up, you see Mitz is a big guy. He is just a human-looking guy. He's got a very baby face. Like, looking now, towering over this counter though, such a baby face. Like, big brown bushy beard on his face, and he's offering this big meat hand. Like, it is just like, it's like 4 sausages on a piece of ham, sort of. Like, it's a big hand. It's just he's just a big guy.
Hey, watch where you're going.
Wait, I tripped over a person? Oh,
Yes, miss,
God,
there was a lady just there.
I am a kobold, thank you very much.
Sorry,
I'm sorry.
a kobold lady.
I didn't watch where I was going. I was distracted by the weird things they sell here.
Mitch does have quite the collection.
As he reaches over, and the most unimpressive thing on his stall, and he just strokes this big shiny rock just off to the side. And he's just he looks at it real impressed. It's just a big shiny rock.
Yes. Very, very rare.
It's a wonderful rock.
Now, as I was saying to the lady before, I'm sorry, I don't know where the trinket is. I don't even know what a trinket means. But I don't really keep notes on who buys things. If someone buys it, it's gone. Sometimes I get sad, but it's okay. They needed it.
What are you guys gonna do?
I think I'm just gonna go.
Right. Have a lovely day.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah,
very-
I'll leave as well.
Awesome. He gets back to he's just back to, rummaging around his stuff as you guys sort of head back out the store sort of thing. What are you guys doing as you just leave? Just gonna sort of meander around the entrance a little bit?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I'm so sorry about that.
Okay, I suppose somebody wasn't paying attention. Could easily miss me and my 3-foot self.
And in this moment, we will pan directly across the town square a little bit, and there's a small person standing beside the fountain, and Indy will introduce their character now. All right. Yes, I'm just going to be reading out Indy's intro. All right. You guys basically look out and across the way you guys see at the fountain, having to climb up to the edge of the fountain. It's not a tall fountain by any means, very standard size fountain, but still scrambles up a little bit to climb up to the lip. You see precariously leaning over a little canteen, a 4-foot heron with brown and white fluff, matching brown eyes and long white hair, tall pointed ears on top of a very half human, half rabbit face sort of thing. Just you see them kicking their feet back and forward carelessly, just sort of swaying her imbalanced body. A human boy stands nearby, staring wide-eyed at her as she explains to him the difference in fox paw tracks and dog paw tracks. He's just looking up in awe. He's not really seen that many beast folk and stuff like that around. So he's just in awe, just listening. I don't even know if he really asked the question, but he's still just listening, enamored. But he's and he slowly starts backing away though, before swiftly walking home. And she just remains there chatting and taking little sips of the canteen, just eyeing the design on the fountainscape.
I would move swiftly, though. You don't want to wander through the woods after nightfall. You're far too small and weak. You would never make it through the night. I hope you find your dog. I'm sorry if that was mean.
The kid is already sort of actively backed away sort of thing. Did you guys hear? Did everyone hear them twice? Or I should have muted at the end. There might have been a moment where everyone heard it twice for a second.
Yeah, we heard it twice, but after you muted, it was fine.
Okay, dope. I just got to remember to mute. It'll only happen. It'll only be for a couple of sessions, sort of thing. But all right, awesome, brilliant. So we'll pan back over to Bob. Did you want to give any more details on your character, Bob, or you're welcome to get into the conversation with the smith?
I'm Von Ricky, a dragonborn. A rogue dragonborn.
Wonderful. You race up to this blacksmith's house. Immediately upon seeing it, you notice that half of the house is obviously very clearly the work forge. It is clearly very obviously made out of stone and all the fireproof materials. The other half is precariously straw and things like that. It is still very flammable on the other side, and you do notice that there is some singes on sort of the outside edging where it kind of goes from stone to straw. You can see where flames have sort of licked out and started burning the roof or something, and it looks like it's been doused with water real quickly, and so it's very charcoal stained all up the side of the house a little bit, near the straw side where it goes to livable house more so than workshop. And you see a small red-headed dwarf, basically hair covering from head to neck and a beard in between sort of thing. There is not much that you can see. Soot covering the face. They look up at you and very much just give you and they're focused on you. They're looking up at you, but they've sort of just given a bit of a grunt and looked up at you. Hammer in hand, hot iron still on the anvil.
Hello, sir.
It happens quite a bit, but it's not a sir.
Ah, sorry about that.
Ordralin Bloodbraids at your service.
And as they say that, like, soot just, like, moves away from all of their, like, breathing orifices. A cloud of, like, soot bursts at you as they speak, sort of thing.
Are you alright there?
Oh, quite. Is there anything I can help you with? I'm a little busy in the moment.
Looking for a rare metal for blades, daggers, even.
As you say that, her eyes that were small little, like, beady like green eyes sort of thing, they get wide, much wider sort of thing. You can now see, like, actual distinct, like like an eyeball in there sort of thing. You've really piqued her curiosity sort of thing.
Metals, you see.
Yes.
I don't think I've got any on hand, but well, for most things, I just head down to the dungeon or something. There's usually rare metals in there.
Rare metals. Okay.
I don't really keep anything on hand. Plus, you need a decent little party to get to the rare stuff. It's right at the back.
I think I could find a team.
Oh, right. I believe if you go to the town centre, you may even hear old Zardel put his announcement out. He was talking about it at the council meeting.
Town centre. Okay.
And almost cartoon style, Ricky's gone.
Thank you, bye.
Right. And she gets back to it. Ting, ting, hitting on the anvil, straight back to it. Not a moment's break. Iron was still hot. She went back to work. And Ricky starts tearing off towards the town center. So yeah, you guys are now seeing Ricky basically sprinting into the town center.
What's that guy in such a big hurry for? Kind of say it to myself.
And pretty much exactly as you guys are saying that, from behind you guys, not old, but like, middle-aged guy sort of walks out into the middle of starts walking out into the center of the square sort of thing, like into the center of where you guys are all standing. There's not many people there. And he sort of walks out a little bit and turns, and there's a big notice board right beside the entrance for the town hall sort of thing. And you see he puts up a big poster, slaps it up on the big paste poster, and like paints paste all over it to keep it up there. Aelith and Ricky, you guys both roll me a perception check if you guys want to try to read the poster. If Lucinda and Rivet want to try to read, it's right beside you guys, so you guys can read it without. But like, so if you guys want to try to read it, you guys all kind of notice it, sort of thing. He's trying to get attention. You can see he sort of goes out there and like really like wipes out the sides and everything of this big poster. It covers like half the notice board sort of thing. Like, brilliant. Bob immediately glances to the side, reading basically everything on this notice. The poster's massive, and it just says, "Party needed, dungeon scary, help." And a big arrow that points inside. It looks like it was made last night in a hurry. And he sort of, he basically puts this poster up and you know, begins to head back inside, sort of thing.
Yeah, I want to read it.
Yeah, brilliant. I mean, you guys, anyone that was reading it all read this. It's all the same message. You guys it's just an inquire within sort of thing. Go see the guy, sort of like, it's basically just it's a really rushed poster sort of thing. It's literally just need help, dungeon scary, like come inside, like it's been like drawn in paint and stuff. Like
I read the poster and I'm like, well, I guess since I'm in town, I might as well see if I can find some more money and loot. And then head inside.
As you say this, Zardel basically like picks his ears up.
Oh, there's actually a bit of a little kit that we're sending. If anyone decides that they wanted to go down, I've got some little bits and pieces inside. If for any party willing to go down, sort of thing, we've got some little bits and pieces, all sorts of stuff.
Are you gonna head like follow him in, sort of thing? Who's heading in? What are people doing?
I'm gonna head in.
Brilliant.
Sure.
Definitely gonna run over there.
Awesome. You guys all basically converge. The second you guys saw that poster, you guys started heading over, and these guys all head in. He kind of counts yours up.
Ooh, that's big. That's almost perfect. That's a full party right here. Are you interested in going to the dungeon? We've had a bit of a. We're not sure exactly what's happened. We've used the dungeon for years. It's always been quite abundant and quite easy in the first few rooms, but as of late, the monsters are getting quite strange, and very weird things have started happening in the dungeon. And we had a party went in earlier, and only 3 of them came out. It was a team of 4, and they said their spellcaster got stuck inside, and we're not sure. We've had a couple of crews go in after, not found anything, but you never know when you leave. When left to the dungeon's devices, we're never sure what happens to the people left inside. But if you guys are willing, we would love it. The dungeon is becoming quite a problem for us.
You notice like quite a bit of concern on his face. You guys are welcome to like perception check him or like insight check him or anything. Like,
I'm just gonna kind of look around at everybody that's standing around.
A little bit of trouble didn't hurt nobody.
Of course. Do any of you know each other?
Not at all.
Wonderful, new friends. Can never say no to new friends.
What do we get from this?
Well, as most dungeons, we will take a small cut of any of the gold you find down in there, but there's items and resources that litter all of the dungeons, and you're welcome to keep all of that. The towns don't really mind for any of that, but honestly, we'd love the dungeon reset if yous can. It's just proving quite a challenge for anyone at the moment, where we think something may have gotten down in there and is infesting it or working some kind of magic into it. It's making it quite difficult. So anything you guys pull out, you're welcome to keep. We do ask for the 10% cut from just the gold, as all towns do with their dungeon. But yes, you're welcome to keep all the stuff. And as he like scrambles around, he quickly he races inside behind the like front desk, and you hear a couple of like clinks and clanks and rustling sort of thing. And he races back out, and he pulls out, he has 2 scrolls in one hand and like 4 potions sort of strung together in his other sort of thing. We have a little, some stuff. These are some scrolls of Spare the Dying. And he opens one up and shows it to everyone. it's all written in common. We had the local mage write these out. Very simple spells. Read the writing, put it on someone's chest, and well, if you know how magic works, then brilliant. It'll trigger immediately. Otherwise, some fighters tend to have a bit of issues with magic stuff, but it's very simple spells, very hard for them to fail. But you guys would get the two scrolls, and we've got 4 little health potions. The dungeon's always been quite abundant with potions, and we've got the local alchemist, and she's quite a whiz with the potions. Very talented.
Sounds pretty handy.
I mean, I am. I don't know about anyone else.
Wonderful, wonderful.
As he looks around, gesturing to everyone, you guys all looking at each other pretty... You guys, what are you thinking?
Oh, I guess I got nothing better to do.
I mean, if you guys wouldn't be.
Yep. You notice Aelith just... small bunny girl is sitting to the side, just nodding along sort of thing.
Oh, well, of course.
And he sort of, just hands to Rivet being in the front sort of thing, reaches down and hands the little strong potion, little like pack of 4 potions to Rivet and the 2 scrolls, and sort of just gestures them towards you. You're welcome to distribute them however you like. You guys can put them into your inventories on D&D Beyond. You guys can add them to your inventories if you want, or write it down that you've got it somewhere.
Give each person 1 health potion.
Yeah.
Oh, Zardel as well, for any of yous that didn't get my name, Zardel Penrun. Town leader, and as he sort of reaches out and sort of goes to shake everybody's hand.
Which potion of health is it?
You've got two basic potions, the weakest ones, minor potions of healing, I think it is. Rivet got them, so I think, are you handing just 1 potion to everybody?
Yes.
Brilliant, so 1 potion of that, and then who are you handing the scrolls to? Are you going to keep 1 for yourself? These were
no,
scrolls of spare the dying.
Yeah, I'm just going to kind of look around. Are any of you magic casters?
I am.
And there were 2, so I hand 1 to each person.
Brilliant. You guys both get a scroll of spare the dying. Zardel explained how they work. They're written in common, so you guys can easily read them. Just say the word, put the piece of paper on someone's chest, done. Easy. They go from unconscious making death saves to stabilized. Zardel sort of gestures out. Do you just know the layout of town?
Not really. I've been running around the houses.
Of course. Well, as you enter the town, you had the guardhouse and Audrelin's Anvil. Just across the road from us, just to the left, we have the Piece of String, a very cute little tavern set up by our local citer. If you head all the way across town, though, you'll cross a small road and you'll see 2 buildings. One's largely made out of stone. That's the dungeon entrance, and just next door you'll notice that's the Broken Bottle. If you want to do any other quick potion shopping, you can go see Hruda over there. Other than that, everyone will be around, I'm sure.
And yeah, what do you guys want to? Yeah, where do you guys want to head? Do you guys want to explore any of town? You guys want to look for anything else before you head anywhere? What are you guys up to now?
I kind of wanted to check out the potion shop.
Awesome, you guys. All right, yeah. We're all just sort of heading across town, sort of thing. Rivet is going to pop into the potion shop. You see,
wait patiently just outside.
Yeah, you guys are all just waiting outside the dungeon entrance now.
Tapping my foot. Quick.
Brilliant. Awesome. Yeah, you guys just buzz across town, sort of thing. It's a quick little walk, sort of thing. That everyone's sort of doing their own thing. It's a very quiet little town. The thing that's actually in the middle of town isn't a fountain. I forgot. It's actually it's like a big cauldron with an ever-burning fire in it. Oopsie. So going forward, we just need to remember that actually it's a big flame in a cauldron that I forgot about. Oopsie. So precariously on the ledge of the burning cauldron, your poor little tail. But it's no. But yeah. So yeah, just yeah. Little detail that I forgot. It is a big cauldron that has an ever burning flame inside it. It's all adorned with beautiful religious like glyphs and stuff like that. Very beautiful. Yeah, you guys head through town. It's very simple. Lots of just simple like wood and straw roofed buildings and stuff like that. It's a nice little town. It doesn't look bad by any means. It's just not like they're not all wealthy or anything like that. Everyone's just living their simple farming life here. Like everyone's just there's no walls around the city. They're just vibing. But yeah. So yeah, Rivet, you head into the Broken Bottle. When you first approach the front, it's a little hard to tell that it is actually a shop. It's very just homely looking. It looks like it's just been it's a house that's been converted into a shop. So you sort of walk up to the front, and the only really giveaway is the big swinging sign above the door that says the Broken Bottle with a picture of a broken flask on the front. As you open the doors, and immediately just the smell of ingredients hits you. It's like dried herbs and like different dried ingredients, like dried meats and stuff like that, like different like things in preserving jars. It hits you all at once. It's a big wave of smells just all up in your face. And there is just stuff everywhere. There's a couple of it's basically like a small house that's got like a few shelves that are back to back. Like there's 2 rows to walk down, and they are stocked. There's things hanging from the roof. It's a little, even not for you being so small, you can kind of just walk through normally, but you pretty much get the feeling that if anyone normal size, bigger than normal average human size walked through, they're gonna be like squeezing and like twisting a little bit to get through, but you just walk through pretty easily. You don't see anyone immediately, but you definitely hear the rummaging and rustling from the back room sort of thing.
I'm just gonna kind of look around.
Yeah, awesome. There's just walls and walls of potion ingredients.
See if I can find the shopkeep.
Nowhere really to be seen. It's just a lot of rustling from behind the counter. Getting up to the counter, okay. There is like a small display of made potions. It seems to be like on a nice display cabinet sort of thing. It's all the like made potions and stuff seem to be at the front of the store. Like the rest of the store is ingredients and there's a couple of little trinkets and baubles and stuff around, but it's like the made stuff and the good stuff is really up the front sort of thing as you're getting up to the counter.
Okay, guess I'm just gonna call out to the shopkeeper. Hello, is anybody there?
Oh, and you hear a few things break and a couple of glasses shatter and things like that. Oh no, and out from behind in the work area, you see these 2 huge glasses coming around the corner. Very messy hair behind these glasses, but a very thin face. You can just see a gleam of like emerald through her glasses. She's wearing modest garments. They don't. She doesn't look like super wealthy or anything, but she definitely doesn't look like she's definitely not wearing like any commoner clothes. She's wearing like nice-ish robes, sort of things, and stuff like that.
Sorry, dear. It's been a very big day.
And she is like covered in like different colored like splats on her apron and things like that. She looks like she's been awake for a couple of days maybe.
Are you all right?
Yeah, of course. Sure. Welcome to the Broken Bottle. You can see where it gets its name. Is there anything I can help you with? As she like glances around quickly and like tidies up the shelves a little bit, sort of like straightens up some stuff.
Yes, I'm about to head into the dungeon, and I was just trying to see if there was anything useful that I might like to take with me.
I have one minor health potion left. It was only this morning. Zardel came by and picked up a whole bunch, all my ready-made ones. That's what I was doing at the moment. I was making the potions. I was making the potions again. But other than that, and like rummages again, we have a potion of flight. Yep, we have a potion of flight here. We have there's a potion of invisibility here. Is there anything particular that you were looking for?
Not really. I was just figured since it was right next door to the dungeon.
Oh, it's a very great spot to be for all the resources. I go in there quite frequently. Even just in the first few rooms, you can get some very interesting ingredients. Yes, if Zardel gave you the health potions already, I mean, I'm not really sure what else I've got really that you could. Do you mind if I ask your budget?
I think I have 10 gold.
A little, like a very small little like hiccup laugh, like a little like a and she like slides the potion of flight and she slides like most of her stock just a little bit back across the table. Well, we can certainly possibly look at mixing something up for you or something if you have a few of the ingredients or something like that. But I do believe that a lot of these potions might be a little out of your price range, I think.
All right. Well, maybe I'll just stop by after the dungeon.
Wonderful idea.
Then I slowly back away and leave.
Have a lovely day. And she gives you a bit of a nervous wave sort of thing. Awesome. You head back out. The rest of the party's hanging out by the dungeon door. Anything you guys were doing at the dungeon door? Did you just want to around or anything? Investigate the door or anything?
Introduce each other properly.
Yeah, wonderful. You guys would all right. Yeah, Rivet, you basically bump back into the conversation. They're all just like introducing themselves and chatting sort of thing.
Did you get anything?
Nope. I did not.
Awesome. Well, you guys are standing in front of the dungeon door. Were you about to say something, Bob? I thought someone said something.
I thought it was Indy.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh.
Sorry.
What were you doing in there? You were in there for like 10 minutes. You got nothing?
I was just looking around, trying to see if there was anything useful for the dungeon.
Oh, time waste. Gotta be quick. Way to go.
Right. As you guys are discussing this, you see Aelith walks forward, offering a paw to the group.
We should probably introduce ourselves. My name's Aelith.
Hello, Aelith. I'm Ricky. Von Ricky.
Rivet.
Lucinda. Nice to meet you.
Wonderful. You guys are basically chatting away and sort of, so you guys look over at the dungeon door. It's a large, it's so the whole structure, it's basically they've built a nice, like, it's almost like a mausoleum, mausoleum, I think that's the right one. Yeah, that's it. Perfect. It looks like a mausoleum. It's like like a nice stone mausoleum sort of thing. But like when you go inside, it's sort of angled down towards the floor, like on a perfect 45 almost, is these two giant stone doors, covered with markings and stuff like that. There looks to be a lot of symbols for like jesters and a few like, you know, like little like confetti puffs and stuff. Like it's all etched into the door sort of thing. But there's a very noticeable like twisting energy that's now going around a lot of these symbols sort of thing. It's like almost like claws grabbing at the designs sort of thing. Any further investigation or anything, or are you guys wanting to head in, or?
I'm good heading in.
Did anyone notice these claws? Anyone recognize these claw patterns?
Surprisingly, if you wanted to do a little investigation check for me, Ricky, if you wanted to look at the door a little deeper, I'll get you to roll me a little investigation.
6.
You swear you've seen claws like this before. You just have no idea where. It's really just not coming to you, but it seems like something.
They look like claws.
And you sort of like rest your hand on the door. All right, Aelith looking much closer sort of thing, noticing Ricky's hand right beside the claw marks, kind of just looking at one and then looking at the other, and he's like got his hand almost right beside the where the like this energy is twisting around one of the other symbols, and they look eerily similar. And then it clicks for you, Ricky. The reason these do look a little familiar is they kind of look a little draconic almost.
It's like me.
Ricky's ready to head in. Any way so what's the order you guys are wanting to go in on, and how are you guys sort of going in?
I'll go in first.
What? AC's just discovered King Bob's a dragonborn.
What?
What?
Who told you that?
What? I love that moment.
Great.
Look, it's me.
After failing, it was like, who's this? All right. Yeah, all right. So, brilliant. Yeah, marching order, and how do you guys want to approach? And while we're doing this, we will start moving towards our first little break. So, yeah. Awesome. For everybody watching, we will grab some snackies, we will fill those drinks up, enjoy the music, and we will be right back. And we are back. Alrighty. We need to switch over to Dungeon View. Bonk. Brilliant, guys. So, welcome to the dungeon. So you guys take your first steps in to the dungeon. Immediately, Ricky... so as soon as you guys all make your last steps into the dungeon, the big stone doors, you hear them behind you as they close and seal you guys in. Ricky and Aelith immediately plunged into total darkness. How are you guys like proceeding forward and stuff like that? You guys do have torches in your backpacks and stuff. Are you guys grabbing torches out? What are you doing? Because immediately Ricky's vision is black.
Grab a torch out.
Brilliant. Let me... Ah. You now have light.
Ooh.
Look at you, put your little light on.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, how are you guys wanting to like descend down into here? You've come in, the doors have sealed. Immediately you guys are hit with the smell of wood and droppings and stuff like that. Aelith, immediately you notice this the most, and you're like, oh, this smells like old pet store sort of thing. You're like, this, it's not like stinky, but it's like, like you immediately are like, oh, there's like an animal or something in here, like, right? Like you immediately, that it hits you, you're the only one that immediately notices like the definitely lived in smell. But yeah, how do you guys want to proceed? Ricky's flicked the torch on. You guys hear you guys sort of hear the little like flutters and flitters of small little creatures or something.
I want to yell if anyone's around. Anyone around? Hello?
The second you do that, all of the flapping goes from just like little flutters across from like corners to corners to much more like very obvious like little wing beats and stuff like that, as what you thought might have been bats or something all immediately descend down from the roofs and stuff, and not bats, and you hear very much it sounds like wet leather flapping in the wind.
Sounds heavier than bats.
As the sturges descend from the roof. I will need you guys to all roll initiative.
Oh crap! I know those.
No. I don't like this.
The yelling.
I got
Yeah,
21.
initiative.
Yay, I got a good roll.
No, a 4.
Oh no!
Oh crap!
Okie dokie. So, anyone over 20?
Yeah, I got 21.
24, 21. So that'll... Yep. You will be going dead first. And then Rivet will be going there. All right. Over 15 to 20s.
And then Bob.
Well, there may be a few other things before Bob.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
We'll find out. And then, yeah, so Bob, 10 to 15.
No,
Wait, you have what? Negative 16 initiative? Wait, what?
I have 4.
Got a 4.
Oh, right. Brilliant. Yeah. Okay. So Ricky will be going last. And there is going to be just one. Okay. Aelith, you get the because even though you're at the back of the group, so these guys all basically just start swarming around. Like these guys are moving just like straight at yous. So we're gonna bring one here, one here. These guys all have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they can all get to you guys. Well, this one can't. That one can't quite get to you guys. So, going first, Aelith, what do you want to do? These things look like... They sound like wet leather flapping in the wind, and they look like a mosquito and a bat got turned inside out and mixed together.
Yummy.
I will grab my hand axe.
Mhm.
And I guess I'll start swinging.
So the one closest to you, you can go ahead and take a swing against that guy there if you wish to. So you need to do your roll to hit. A 10 to hit. So yeah, as you swing up with your hand axe, this creature coming at you, they've all kind of startled you guys a little bit as Ricky's like yelled out, and they've just sort of fluttered towards you rather quickly. You basically swing up, and you were just in front of it. You just completely missed the creature itself, but like it was a good looking shot, but you were a bit quick on the draw sort of thing, and you just missed it. Didn't land that hit. That is then going to be this first guy's turn. He can't do nothing because he moved towards you guys and has no range to do anything. The next one to go is this guy, and that's right at Ricky, right at River. It sort of like darts around Ricky and goes low in for Rivet there. They're going to do... I need my dice. Give me my dice. All right. Does a 13 hit you, Rivet?
No.
This thing comes darting in, and you see its like nose is quite like it sort of like peels back a little bit of flesh, and you can see the very sharp like proboscis of this thing, and you kind of flinch back a little bit, and luckily you do, because like right near your like sort of peck area, it hits that piece of armor, and you hear it like ting off your armor, and it like darts off to the other side of you, essentially, like as it went for like a darting pass on you, and just hit your armor, though it just didn't land. That brings us to your turn now, though, Rivet.
I'm gonna pull out my hand axe and try to hit.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I rolled a 22.
That definitely hits it. You want to go ahead and roll damage on that bad boy?
6 damage.
6 damage. In the reaction to this thing, like, so it darts past, hits your armor, and as it's walking away, you've drawn your axe out and just sort of cut up, and it just clean cut down the middle, and you just see 2 halves of this thing just off the side of the steps, just onto the floor. It is dead. That takes us to Lucinda's turn.
Aired an attack for this. I just gotta remember it.
All your attacks will be under your like actions in on D&D Beyond. If you look up under your actions tab, all of them should be, all of like your attacks and everything should be in there. All of your spells.
Okay, and if I quickly check my inventory, I have a wooden staff.
Yep,
Can I hit something with that?
absolutely. You absolutely can hit something with your wooden staff. You should have it as a, if it's like equipable, you should have it as a weapon to be able to hit with.
Don't think I do.
You didn't know. So you can hit with it. Let me look up the stats for it. I think we did it for Aelith's. So it's a 1d6 with a plus. Oh yeah, so it's a. I think that's Dex plus there. I think your to hit would be -1, so it's a d20 -1 to hit, and then it's a d6 plus 2 for your damage for the quarterstaff. if you'd be able, if you add to your inventory, if you add a quarterstaff as a weapon sort of thing, we'll just call that your staff sort of thing, because y'all can hit with a staff. It's a little bit magical. If anything, it's more resistant than normal wood anyway. But we're just going with it's just a quarterstaff. I don't know whether stream can hear the spooky sounds.
I don't think so.
Try to do a funny thing. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I'll add one for you. You'll probably have to refresh your character sheet. There you go. You got a quarterstaff now. It should be equipped. If you just do a refresh, it'll be there for you. Oh, it's a +4. Okay. Lucky you didn't listen to me. All right. So taking a swing of at the one closest to you. Very similar approach. You sort of swing wide like you grab your quarterstaff by the lower half and go to swing it like a bat. And this thing is just sort of takes one little flap and just rises above the quarterstaff, and it just here's the swing. You just sort of swing across and just under this thing. And now they have spooky sounds. Welcome to Spooky Sounds. Spooky sounds loud. Spooky sounds might be a little loud. There we go. Kind of scared you. Yeah. Spooky sounds, yay! All right. So just didn't quite hit this thing. You've just swung low. It took a good flap and just got out of the way. All right. So next is we've got 2 of the Sturges. We've got number 2. This one's gonna take the swing at. Well, they both are. These guys are both going to try to go for you, Ricky, as you were the loud one here. Does a 19 hit?
Yeah.
And does a 17 hit?
Yeah. This ain't gonna be good.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, here he goes, dying again.
So true.
D4. It's okay, it's only a D4. It's just a little guy. It's just a little dice.
1d4?
Well, 1 each.
Tag team.
1 each has the potential to kill him.
Easily.
Well, as the first one comes down and punches right under the chest piece of your armor, dealing 4 damage, it hits and sticks in. This thing is now like attached to you. The other one comes in from the underside and hits like just under your plate on the other side, basically on your backside, like just above like your hip sort of thing. Weevils in right between your armors, and again stabs straight in with its nose and is remaining there, dealing 2 damage.
Holy crap.
And you now have these 2 things stuck on you. We will now be moving over to this third guy is going to I think we're gonna dodge around. It's gonna see the 2 stuck into you, and it's gonna dodge around the side, and I do believe it'll go around the top, I think, and it's gonna try to come in here. And I think it's going to go for Lucinda, because it probably just didn't quite see Rivet being short between you 2. So this one's going to take the dive on Lucinda. Does a 17 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Wonderful. You take
That's not wonderful.
4 damage as it sort of darts around the side, and it comes out of nowhere almost from being like in front of Ricky, not quite tall enough to see over Ricky, even with him being a few stairs in front of you. It sort of darts around the side and comes straight at you and hits you dead smack center in the chest. Just somehow it just weevils in beside your sternum and just pierces straight into your chest. And yeah, you take the 4 damage. And it is also stuck there. They are now actively like stuck to you, and well, you've got 1 stuck to you, Lucinda, and Ricky's got 2 stuck to him. And there's a current third one flapping around just above near where you are, Lucinda. Yeah. All right. That takes us to Ricky's turn. What are you gonna do? You have these 2 things basically stuck into one on each side of you, essentially.
Try and kick one off. Kick the front one off.
Brilliant. So you can use your action. So you wouldn't get an attack out of this turn, but you can use your action to like rip this thing off of you.
Would it be possible to rip both of them off?
It does say a creature can use its action to detach a sturge, so I'm gonna say you can't get both of them. I think they're dug in pretty deep. These things they got like those like reverse barbed noses, so it's like once it goes in, it's fine, but getting it out is like it's like ripping backwards spikes out of the wound sort of thing. Like it sucks. It's gonna suck to rip this thing out, but so it's like it's gonna take your full turn to like pull it out as gently as you can.
It's either that
Otherwise,
or
you can go for an attack or something like that, or
acid breath right on top of it. One on my belly.
is that what you're gonna go with?
Sure.
I will say they are quite weak. So
Oh.
I'm just going to warn you there. This is the first room of the dungeon.
Stab it with a dagger, maybe.
Yeah, brilliant. Awesome. You do only have the 1 dagger in your hand sort of thing, so you won't be able to do like a on-offhand hit on like the other one or anything, because you do have the torch in your hand. So yeah, go ahead and roll an attack on the one on your chest. Or you can drop the torch and try to grab your other dagger as well. I'll let you do that and then try to attack both of them, but you're dropping this torch.
Yeah.
All right, dope. Brilliant. So you guys basically see Ricky. He sort of throws his torch off to the side a little bit. It tumbles down the stairs, basically extinguishing. No more light for Ricky. Ricky, you can still see, like, it's not out, but it's like you can still see around you. I'm not going to give you disadvantage on your swings because they're still within shot of you. But yeah, he grabs his other dagger off of his belt and he stabs into the first one with his main action. So go ahead and roll for that one. You got to roll to hit first.
15.
Absolutely, just hit this thing. You're not a good shot on it, but you did hit it. We'll take the 3 damage. You grab the one right in front of you here. You seem to just sort of lift your dagger up well enough that you can just take the you just take a wing off sort of thing, and it just hits the floor like again, like that sound of like wet leather getting just like slumped on the floor, like thrown at the floor. Dead. Go ahead and roll your offhand attack on the other one, so you'll have to again roll to hit and then damage sort of thing. I don't know whether. So your offhand it should be down in bonus actions is the 2-weapon fighting. So you just roll for the same thing, but you don't add your proficiency to it. So you won't add the +2 to the damage.
To the dagger?
To the dagger.
roll to hit.
Yeah, still have to roll to hit on that one.
9.
Sadly, Ricky does not hit this thing. It's just too far around on your back, and you just can't get the angle on it, sort of thing, and you're just not getting a good swing on it. You're sort of like reaching behind there, and you just can't angle your hands right, sort of thing. Brilliant. That's going to take us back up to the top, where it's going to be Aelith's turn to go first. One second.
She was like, I'm out.
All right, we'll go to the other Sturges, because neither of those, well, one of them hasn't landed a hit. One of them is on Ricky. Oof. Alrighty, Ricky. This bad boy right here.
Oh crap!
So you feel this thing, and you're not sure exactly what you were expecting to feel from this, but you didn't know whether it was going to like pull out and attack again, sort of thing, or what. You feel this like pulsing where this Sturge is attached to the back to your like back flank, sort of thing. But it's a pulsing that's drawing away. It is draining your blood, and you take.
Oh crap!
You end up taking 2 points of damage due to blood loss as it drinks some blood.
That's me.
And in that very moment, you guys watch as Ricky's face goes white. He's not. This thing took a good slurp of blood. And you just see Ricky's eyes sort of flutter a little bit, and down he hits the deck. He's head over heels, and he just boom, 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 boom down the stairs. Ricky is now down the stairs, out cold. Sturge still attached to his ass. Never encountered a Sturge before. Cool to see one in action. Little swarm. This other Sturge that didn't get a hit is going to go for... I guess they're just going to go for Lucinda again, since they were already attacking you. No, they attacked Rivet. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong one. No, Rivet killed theirs. Yes, sorry, Lucinda. That one was a nat 20. Whoopsie! So what happens when you guys die in the first room?
Why?
So, we need to roll for this. So this thing is going to hit you for, so that's 3 damage, or double the dice, so it would be 2, so it would be 4 damage. Still not great. They didn't roll great. They didn't roll great on their crit, and they don't have a lot of dice to roll with, so that's fine. It still only hits you for 4 again. But this one, oh, it did. Yeah. Sorry, it landed. Yeah, so yeah, it hits you for 4 again. It is now also very much stuck into you. So you now have 2 of these things. One right on the center of your chest, and the other one is like attached to your like shoulder. We'll get Rivet to go, and then we'll get Aelith to go after them. Hopefully they're back by then.
Can I, like, run and try and hit the ones that are sucking on King Bob? Or
Yeah,
Ricky,
absolutely.
I guess?
You can run down and attack the. So yeah, you use a little bit of your movement. Brilliant. Yeah, roll for it. Roll a swing on that bad boy.
15.
I'll give you advantage on this one. It is like restrained. It had tumbled down the stairs with him. This thing is like stuck and like it can't move. It's like it's a perfect shot sort of thing. He is slumped at the bottom of the stairs, ass up, sturge, trying to break free. So you got a real easy one on this. So roll twice, take the higher number. Easy, just easy hit.
Okay. 15 is the higher number.
15. You hit this thing. Good hit. You just
3
take it
damage.
off right near the nose. You swing your little hand axe across, and and just take this thing clean off of him. A noticeable small hole is left in his back, sort of thing, because you like hit it with the back of your axe. It just like rips its nose out, and there's a distinct little hole between some of his scales on his lower back, sort of thing. But yeah, roll damage on that one.
I rolled 3.
Awesome. These things are pathetic. It's fine. You slap it sideways, and this bad boy crumples on the floor, gone. All right, you missed your turn a little bit, but you can go now. You've got currently all of them are dead. Bob is out cold like a light. It sucked. The one that was attached to him sucked a bit of blood, and he passed out, and he is knocked out on the bottom of the floors. No, I'm telling you where they are. You've currently got, except for the 2 that are currently sticking out of the front of Lucinda, one right in the dead center of their chest and one in their shoulder, stuck out of them, sort of just like flapping there, but still attached by the face. So what do you want to do?
Is a spell a hold?
Yep. If it's in here, this is an act. These take, so if you go to your actions, anything here takes a full action to do. Anything here takes bonus actions to do. You have an action and a bonus action every turn, so you can use whatever you want in with that. Currently, you're looking at Lucinda from behind, and they're going a bit white in the face, sort of thing. They're not looking good. Which one do you want to go for? The one on in the center of their chest, or the one on their like shoulder a bit more?
Center chest.
Even better. That one had 1 more HP than the rest of them. Absolutely decimate this thing. Lucinda basically turns to you a bit, and you now see how white their face is, and you just cleave your axe up and just easily take this thing straight off the center of their chest. Just absolutely decimate it. Gone. One's dead. Still stuck on Lucinda's chest, but we now move to Lucinda's turn. They get their turn before this Sturge, so this is you. I'm gonna turn that music down a little bit. I'm actually gonna turn Weirdo up a little bit and the music down just a tiny little.
Can I try to grab the one on my shoulder and throw it?
Absolutely, you can use your action to pull it out. Yeah, absolutely. So using your action, you just like grab this thing by the face, and you just rip this thing out. Like it leaves a little hole in your shoulder, sort of thing, where the the reverse barbs sort of like pull at your skin, sort of thing. But you just like rip this thing out and throw it across the room. I'll get you to roll me a strength check just to see how far you send this thing. Or did you want to try to throw it at the wall for damage? Like, what's your...
Throwing it at the wall.
Brilliant. I'll still get you to just roll me that strength check to see how hard you throw this thing.
14.
14? That's easily enough damage. It's going to take... It'll roll it anyway. 3d6. Easily, yeah. You just grab this thing by the face, rip it out of your chest, and sling it at the wall that's like opposite, like just beside you, and you just hear exactly what the rest of it has sounded like. It sounds like you've just grabbed a piece of wet leather and thrown it against the wall, but you hear this little like muffled little shriek as you do it. You just hear as it like splats against the wall, and it has been killed.
Yay!
You guys are now out of combat. Ricky, I will get you to roll me a death save just quickly for us right now, because it would next be your turn. So I will get you to roll that death save, even though hopefully your party is right on your tail about getting you up. What do you guys want to do? You guys are now out of combat.
D20?
Yeah, just D20. Anything if it's a 10 or higher, or 11 or higher is a success, 10 or lower is a fail.
A 9.
Right. So you'd mark that down as a fail, but it should be fine. Everybody else is, it's like, what are you guys going to do now? You guys have seen, you know, Lucinda, like, what are you guys doing? You guys have taken a bit of damage. You guys see Ricky that has just, like, rolled down the stairs unconscious. Who's moving where? Who's doing what?
I'll move to Ricky to heal him.
Awesome.
I'll go ahead and follow.
So I'll cast Charm Person. Oh, sorry. I'll cast Cure Wounds. So I have to get close enough to touch him,
I don't think you'd be charmed.
and then I'll roll it.
Awesome. You easily get there. It was very funny. The slow turn that I just did for... I was like, Charm Person? Hey, he's unconscious. What are you trying to do?
Man.
I'd really like you to get better. As you wish, ma'am. Opens eyes. All right. Yeah. Are you? You do have the potions and stuff there. If you wanted to use something that didn't use a spell slot, sort of thing. You were given one of the potions. But you are welcome to use the spell slot, sort of thing. Just know that you have limited spell slots there. Yeah, so like casting one of these spells, you mark like you cast it, it'll put one of the flips in.
But aren't the spell slots like per day or whatever per long rest?
Long rest. So once you guys take a long rest, you guys will get your spell slots back, sort of thing. So you do get those back, but you know you don't know when the next you guys don't know exactly when the next rest is gonna.
Take a nap. Okay, well then.
Well, we all only have
Your
one
choice,
health.
completely your
potion.
choice. I'm just giving you the.
Okay, instead, I'm greedy. I'll reach into Ricky's pocket and get out his health potion that he has and bring it to his lips.
Wonderful. Ricky, you have no say over this. Mark off your health potion on your sheet. You don't have it anymore. But you have, you can roll it if you want. It's 2d4 plus 2, I think, is a basic health potion. If I'm not so mistaken. I don't know, how do you do the custom rolls on D&D Beyond?
Bottom left,
The
little.
little
So
dice
you wanna do-
icon in the bottom corner.
2d4 plus 2, I think it is.
What does 2D, like 2?
2d4, so 2 of the dice plus 2.
3,
So 5.
Plus
He's
2.
got 5 health now.
5.
Perfect. So yeah, Ricky, you get 5 hit points back as you feel it sort of run down the back of your neck. You open your eyes, sort of thing, and you're up again. Anybody else? Anybody else doing anything? Everybody else is good.
I think so.
If you're happy to push on with your current health, weirdo, you're more than welcome to. Up to you. Awesome. So yeah, you guys are in this room. You've got a few corpses around. Again, yeah, it smells of pet, like old pet shop and decay. So yeah. What do you guys want to do?
Slap me to wake me up.
Should we move towards the door? The next room?
Yeah,
I can
let's
try.
Awesome.
You have more health than Weirdo at this point, Bob.
Just woken up.
Why me?
Just slap.
Awesome. All right. Little slap awake. Ricky's up and at him. Reminder: both you, Aelith, and Ricky both have no dark vision, so everything you guys see is within 5 feet of you. You've got the dwindling embers of Ricky's torch that he dropped, sort of thing. So yeah, you guys are in a fair bit of darkness, sort of thing. You managed to feel around and grab the potion and get it into his mouth, sort of thing. But you guys are pretty much in darkness, you two.
I got an idea.
Can I save that torch?
Absolutely, you can pick that torch back up.
And it'll be fine?
Yeah. It just rolled down the stairs and put itself out from rolling down the stair. It just smothered itself. It's still it literally was lit for a couple of seconds.
Quickly grab that then.
Awesome. Ricky grabs that, lights his torch back up. Boom.
Yeah.
Light fills the chamber once more. You guys are looking to move towards the door now?
Any metal
Is there
on the
anything we
floor?
can take from the creatures? Do they have any bones or anything?
Yeah, brilliant. Anyone that wants to take a moment to look around or anything, can I get you guys to roll me a little perception check?
All of us?
Okay.
Anyone that wants to look around, anyone that's wanting to look around the room or anything, or Rivet said they want to look through corpses and stuff like that. So anyone that's wanting to look around for bits and pieces or anything,
Looking for metal.
those. All right.
No.
So
okay.
anyone that got above a 12,
Dang it.
you guys spend the better part of just a couple, five or so minutes, sort of thing, sort of moseying around, seeing what you guys can find. Between the two of yous, it was only two of yous succeeded.
Mm.
Yeah, brilliant. The two of you succeeded. You guys basically found between yous about 15 silver pieces each. So you guys can go ahead and mark those down if you to grab those. But everyone that did the search, you guys, your hands stink now. It was gross. It was like old pet store down here. There was crap all over the ground. It was bad. You guys all have disadvantage on your charisma checks going forward. So any interactions probably are going to be they're going to be at disadvantage until you guys take the time to clean yourselves. Brilliant. I wish I hadn't copied Rivet. That'll serve you guys right. All of you smell like shit now. Welcome to the
it's fine.
Thunderdome.
I don't really foresee
right.
trying to charm a bunch of things in this dungeon.
At the same time, Rivet doesn't even notice the smell. Being a kobold sort of thing, they probably smell worse than this. This is fine. This is actually it may be a small improvement to what they're used to. Living as a kobold. So for Rivet, it's not that bad, but for everybody else, it stinks. So all right, you guys mosey around. The people, you guys can mark down. Anyone that beat the 12 can mark down 15 silver pieces each. Who's heading towards the door first? Did you want to light one of your torches or anything, or are you just going to go under the light of everybody else to keep your hands free? Torches? You probably have 3 of them or something in your adventuring pack. They're going to burn. They burn for quite a while. It's more so if someone takes it from you or plunges it into water that it's going to be ruined. Awesome. You see
I'll head
Aelith.
for the door.
Brilliant. Aelith pulls their little torch out of their bag, sort of thing. Rivet's already heading for the door and swings that bad boy open. Awesome. As you're getting to the door, though, Rivet, can I grab you and Aelith to both give me another little perception check?
13.
Wonderful. You don't quite hear it, Aelith, but as you've approached the door, Rivet, like you've put your hand on it, we won't have it open just yet. You've sort of put your hand on the door, sort of thing, but you hear from the other side of it very quietly. You sort of hear some chattering and stuff like that. You don't know what language exactly that they're speaking, but you hear it sounds like small creatures. It sounds like they're just having very, very like. They're just sort of chattering backwards and forwards. You don't recognize exactly what they're saying, but an occasional word in common sort of thing. But other than that, yeah, as you enter the room and
gesture to the rest of the party to say that there's like, I hear something.
Brilliant, awesome. So you sort of like whisper to them, like sort of give them a hand signal to that there's people or something. All right, how did you want to approach this sort of thing? How's everyone moving?
I'll try not to yell this time, guys. The
Ricky
snake
yells from behind.
Guys, I'll not yell this time.
Why? Just shut your trap, Bob.
Yeah,
Stop.
Okay. Yell. Okay.
All right, so how you guys getting into this room?
Can we like sneak into the room?
Yeah, awesome. Roll me a little stealth check.
How climbable are these walls?
15.
For you, Ricky, these walls are not looking very climbable. They're still rough. They're sort of rough stone walls, but not rough enough that you'd have much of like finger gaps and stuff in there. The ceilings are decently high. You're sort of looking at like 3 to sort of 6 meter ceilings sort of thing. They sort of, some of them come up to peaks a little bit, but the entryways sort of come down a little bit. So they're decent sized ceilings. As we're pushing forward, we can take our next break. We've gone a little over just with the combat. Do we want to take our break here before we get into this next room?
Might as well.
Awesome. So, for everybody in chat, we take our break roughly every hour. Helps me stream for a little bit longer with my stomach conditions. So, we will grab some snackies, fill those drinks up, enjoy the music, and we will be right back. And we are dungeoneering. Let's do it, guys. How we doing? How's everyone doing? Back into the dungeons. All right, you guys are marching order. Where are people wanting to line up? I think Rivet was at the door first. We'll grab Aelith there second. I mean, we'll just use the marching order that people are in currently. Yeah, awesome. So, stealthing in. You guys are all pretty quiet. Like, you guys are staying relatively sneaky. You guys get, like, basically up to this corner here. And then, sort of from behind you guys, you just hear clang, clang, just dum, 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 as Lucinda makes their way down the stairs, sort of like jumping foot to foot on their stealth check, getting a 3. they managed to step in a bit of a puddle on the way down that made a bit of a loud splash and a bit of a squelch. But you guys get to the lineup. You notice you guys have gotten to the corner, and you guys sort of see. You guys see that there's a table with a small light, like in a small lamp on it, and a couple of eating utensils. And there's 2 goblins having a bit of a discussion, and they've kind of looked up, hearing the noise from the other room, and they've sort of looked up, but they're not like jumping up sort of thing. They've just it's a dungeon. They're used to hearing things, but they are like. They're definitely now on edge a bit and kind of alerted that there's some things happening. Lucinda took their heavy steps down the stairs. That it kind of you've lost any element of surprise going around this corner, because they are kind of like looking over at the door. But you guys all rolled pretty high. Like you guys all rolled high enough on stealth that Lucinda was at the back. You guys sort of, gestured to keep it down sort of thing. And you guys managed to, you guys are still behind the corner, but they kind of know what's going on a little. Like they're not suspecting an adventuring, like you can catch them off guard, but you're not going to catch them surprised, Yeah, you aren't going to be entering without being seen. They're kind of looking over, thinking they heard the door. Like at this point, they see the light now a little bit, like that, So what do you guys want to do? Rivet's currently at the front of the line, sort of thing. So, don't know. They were just having a chat at the table. That's all you heard was them sort of chattering to each other. You didn't understand the language, though. No one else heard it. You can't see. You're not round the corner yet. I'd say the only person that can probably see like what they are, if you wanted to try to peek around, and I'd say on your stealth roll, like I'd say you'd be able to get a little peek around the corner. Like Rivet knows that they're goblins. You guys don't know what it is yet. They've signaled that there's things in the other room, and that's about where you guys are at for knowledge wise. What happened? We basically approached the room. You guys, I naturally the order was pretty laid out, so we just went with natural order. You guys don't know what's in the next room. You kind of stomped down the stairs on your low stealth roll, and the things in the room are like alerted that there's something in the other room, but they don't know. Like they're not expected. Like you're not going to be able to get into this room without being seen at this point. And currently, we're just making decision on what people are wanting to do. Rivet asked if they were hostile, and I said, you guys don't know. You took them heavy footsteps down the stairs. I didn't hear what Bob said. Sure, you want to try to convey that to the party? Are you stepping out and stepping around? What do you want to do? Yeah, how do you want to? You just like whispering down the line? You just like whispering to Aelith? Are you like how did you want to like tell them? Rivet, Ricky whispers down the line, sort of thing, and just be like, maybe we should try to speak with them. Distract. Yeah. What are you guys going with?
But yeah, Ricky whispers that to me, and then I just whisper the exact same thing to Rivet.
Awesome. Wonderful. You guys ran so far back. Hey. Oh, they can't hear you. Apparently I didn't Apparently Discord button didn't press. Now they can hear you.
Repeat what we said.
Yeah. Did you guys want to just repeat what anyone said sort of thing?
Whispering to them ahead. Try to friend them or distract them a little.
And then I'm like, copy that. And then I whisper to Rivet, try to distract them or befriend them a little.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So I step out from behind the corner and go, "Hey guys, how's it going?"
They sort of both look up at you and a little bit defensive, but not like immediately hostile. They look a little startled. You notice immediately the one on the left seems to have like a peg leg, like it's been, it might have been taken off in a fight or something and been replaced by something artificial. And the other one has sort of like the top quarter of his face is sort of all scarred, and he's missing his eye sort of thing from that sort of damage. They, the one with the bum eye sort of like grabs a little knife off the table. What do you want?
We're just passing through, trying to find some
One
goodies.
second, let me turn your volume up just a little bit. That'll
Wait. Just
go again.
gotta whisper to you.
We're just trying to find some goodies in this dungeon, some loot to take
Goodies are for
back
me.
up.
What do you want from them? Wait, what are you taking?
He's not moving anywhere or anything like that. He's just sort of holding the knife up a little bit like threateningly sort of thing, but just he's not moving anywhere or doing anything really. He has. He switched over to common. You guys do understand him.
Is it going good?
I mean, I have a charisma thingy.
I might have an idea.
So somebody else should do something.
Ricky has an idea.
If it's going badly.
What do you want?
He repeats again, sort of maybe a little bit more impatient sort of thing now that you're sort of like whispering to a wall essentially to them.
If you're not going to want anything, you can leave.
What's your idea, Ricky?
I want to throw gold over in the corner so they look away. And just run past quickly.
What are you guys doing?
If it's not working
Do
out.
it.
You doing that, Bob?
If it's not working out for Zach.
That's on you.
Oh, it's definitely not going to work out.
It's not going to work. I'll throw gold. Just distract them with gold.
You see them immediately flinch a little as this towering dragonborn now comes around the corner, like double the size of little Rivet standing over, dives into your pocket. How much gold are you throwing? What are you grabbing and what are you throwing? Sort of thing. So you've just like stood over here. You're now like towering over poor Rivet sort of thing, and you've just reached your hand into your pocket.
There's what, 2 of them? Maybe 2 gold?
Brilliant. You grab 2 gold and you throw it across the room. Immediately leg the other one that hasn't said anything yet. Basically all fours scrambles across the table and like sort of darts over here and like literally immediately straight onto those coins, like absolutely like just immediately like rummaging through the dirt and stuff on the floor trying to grab it.
Yeah.
You can see the other one's very hesitant and also about jumping in there to like grab the coin or whatever, but still hasn't quite moved or anything, but is like basically looking between the coins and you guys sort of thing.
Can I hover my bag and be like, did you want more? We're just
How much
passing
more?
through. We're just passing through. How much do you need for us to pass?
One more.
One more. Okay.
Awesome. Do you throw it in the same spot?
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. You throw it and immediately drops the knife, darts over to the corner and starts and is scrambling, and they're sort of just jostling a bit, trying to work out who gets the third coin now. Like they're well distracted on who's actually getting the third coin. They're like biting at the coins to make sure that they're real, and then they're back to Goblin chattering now. You don't understand what they're saying. They're just
Guys, let's go.
Run!
guys, leg it straight across the room, straight to the door. Are you guys like busting through to the next door sort of thing? They're just going straight in. How are you guys entering the next room?
Well, I wasn't gonna enter, just like stand in the doorway.
Yeah, brilliant. I'm just gonna move the camera a little bit. Awesome. Yeah, all right, sweet. So you guys run over here. We grab Ricky and Rivet first. You guys aren't quite able to get past. You guys all just sort of tuck into this corner. All right, how you going through?
Okay, let's roll another stealth check, everybody.
Oh, I miss. So Weirdo basically just barrels past you guys, and I'm gonna need you to do a stealth check, a strength check for me, Weirdo, to hit that door. You've just sort of pushed part, like, because Rivet's so small, you basically like sort of push them to the side, stepping over them, and sort of like palm on like Ricky's chest to push past them both, and you just go straight through in like with some good speed, and just keep moving towards that door. I need you to roll a strength check for me on that door. A 7. Oh wait. I thought the stealth check was the... I was like, a 7 is not going to do it, but it's more than a 7. Find my mouse. Oh, 15. Yeah, easy. Yeah, easily. You hit this door with some force and just burst on through. Inside, immediately to your left, there is a nice-ish made stone statue. Immediately in front of you is a better made statue. It looks quite a bit nicer. Yeah, sure. Everybody else following in?
Yeah. Can we barricade this door behind us so they don't come in?
I don't think we have any materials for that.
Like any chairs or anything around?
I mean, you can close it. There's not really any like chairs or anything. It's just that there's the big statue beside you, and that's about it, sort of thing.
Just close the door.
Awesome. Bonk. Close the door. All right, you guys are all in this room. There is, generally looking around, it smells a bit better in here, sort of thing. There's less like debris on the floor, bit of dust and stuff like that. So it just sort of smells like a damp cellar a little bit, sort of thing, but not bad. It just smells like underground and stone and stuff like that. Looking around the room, there is three statues that are almost identical, built of what looks like human men in various poses of battle and stuff like that. There's one with a sword in the air, holding a shield, sort of thing. And then there is one statue in the middle of the room that looks a little bit nicer, like a little bit nicer done. It's the stone's a little bit nicer. It's been more cleanly carved away. There's a bit more details on it. And this one is of a woman holding like a large staff. Looking further around the room, there is the far corner to your right is basically just all full of rubble. It's just all bits of, like, it looks like stone from the walls. It looks like the roof has collapsed a little bit, but it's a pretty big mess over there. It's like from floor to ceiling rubble. And there's like sort of 2 doors out on the opposite side of the room.
Perception on the middle one?
Yeah, of course. So yeah.
Perception or investigation?
I will get you to do. It will be a perception. I'll do, because, like, are you? Is there anything that you're specifically looking at, or you're just like generally looking around it, sort of like just giving it a general like once over sort of thing? Yeah, awesome. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, so you're looking at this statue. It's really nice. It's really well done. The artist that carved it must have put some real effort into this. Whoever carved it must have put in some decent effort. Can I get you to roll that perception? Oh, you did. Awesome. Yeah, the plaque has written. There's a small plaque at the bottom that reads, "Fear not, adventurer. I'm not a real person. I've not been turned to stone. Just a very cool-looking statue. I've just been left here to intrigue you." Anybody else wanting to look at anything? Yeah, sure. Go and take it. You can take a hit against it if you want. Weirdo, what are you using against it? Just an unarmed strike or anything? Oh, right. Okay, yeah. Go roll a perception if you wanna take a lookie. Yeah. Awesome. On a 16, you get it down a little bit closer. You sort of get down into the dirt a little bit. You know, you're looking around it, sort of thing. You notice on the plate a little bit. You sort of tap it, and it sounds almost like a little bit hollow, sort of thing. Like it's sort of. You notice that there might be something, there's something a little off about the plate, sort of thing. It seems off. Now you want to attack? Sure, go for it. Roll to hit. You just got to roll to hit. Very easy to hit, and then whatever you want to hit it with. Brilliant. You guys both notice as like you've seen Lucinda sort of reach down and moving around and touches the plate a little bit. And then immediately stands up, pulls their dagger out, and goes for a swing across this stone creature. Or this stone statue. So yeah, just roll to hit on that one. Creature. 10, that still hits, that's fine. Go ahead and roll damage on that one. Brilliant. You pull your dagger up and take a slice across this statue, and you hear everyone in the room hears this horrible metal on stone grating sound as a large slash appears across the stone following Weirdo's knife. It just pierces everybody's ears like nails down a chalkboard. Just big scratch up the side of this thing. Yeah, that's it.
What hit a statue? It's not moving.
You guys notice immediately as that noise happens, Aelith grabs their ears and folds them down, sort of again, holding them flat against their head to protect them from the noise.
I'm gonna investigate the statue behind that one.
Awesome. Yeah, you go look at the statue behind the one to the left or right?
Left.
The left one? Awesome. You give it a little investigate roll. That's a cool statue. You read the plaque, it says strength. Man's holding a big hammer. It's cool. Anybody else investigate?
I want to go to
anything?
the right one. Investigate that.
Oh, tries to move the wrong thing. Brilliant. You head up to this one. Roll. Give me a little investigation on that one.
20.
Investigate or perception?
You can investigate this one. That's fine.
20.
They both use the same skill, I'm pretty sure. It's just whether you have a proficiency in it. They're both very similar. He said he was investigating. He can investigate. Yeah, it's a nice statue. It's not. you know it's not as good as the one in the middle of the room. You can tell the details are less. Yeah, it's really nice. This one is holding a sword, but like in a downwards like resting position, and it says leadership on the bottom. Yeah. You wanting to look at the last statue?
Gone?
Yeah, everyone's gone for a statue.
Yeah, I'll go to the one near the door then. The one near the door hasn't been checked?
No one's looked at that one.
Walk all the way around it and perceive it.
Absolutely.
When they have perceived it every other time, has that been perceiving the whole thing or just the side they're facing?
They're just generally looking at the whole thing.
So,
Yeah. I wouldn't. 24, really nice. Yeah, this statue again. You notice very similar to Ricky. It's not as nice as the one in the middle of the room. It's had a little less time spent on it. There's a few extra mistake scrapings and stuff where the tool might not have been perfectly lined up and stuff. The face is a little bit wonky sort of thing. That it's just not quite as well made. This one is holding a mace and it says honor, and he's holding it like in his hands, just resting the head on one of his hands and the handle in his other sort of thing, and it says honor.
Can I check out the door?
Sure. Which door?
The one right next to me.
Awesome. You go. What did you want to do with the door?
Try to open it.
Yeah, you open it. There's a hallway out there.
Okay.
It's long. It's cool. There's a hallway. Oh, actually, you've got a bit more extra view range. I'll give you a little bit more. Let me give you a bit more sight. You guys can basically see up to the next part. Yeah, so it's a hallway. Looks like there's a door at the other end of it.
Check the other door.
You're going over there?
Yeah.
Sweet. You move over to the other door. Are you opening it?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Another hallway. This one bends a little bit at the end. You can see the stonework slightly curve around the end, so you're not sure exactly what's at the other end of this hallway, because it does, just have a bit of a curve to it. But, yeah, there's a hallway out there.
Can we check the rubble?
Awesome.
Yeah.
You want to do that? You doing that? Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely.
Oh!
On a 7 perception, yeah, you notice you sort of pick up a couple of the loose bits that are at your feet and sort of kick them around a bit. You sort of like hold them up a bit. This one looks like it came from the roof, and some of them look like they came from the. It looks like it just looks like there's been a bit of a collapse or something here. It's just a big old pile of rubble.
Perception check on the middle statue. What did they roll?
There was 2 perception checks on that one. About all the details you have, the last person to check it was Lucinda, who you were right next to them, so you would have noticed that they wobbled the front plate a little bit, but then they didn't really check it. But that's about it. So you guys looked at it. You guys looked at it pretty well.
So is there something we can do to like check the plate more?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you want to go try to play? Yeah. You head over to the plate. Sure. How do you want to try to get it? What are you trying to do to it?
Oh, like any ideas?
Well, the plaque sounded hollow, so maybe try to break it, or not really break it, but
Cinder tried,
pull it off.
but they only had 5 damage.
They
just
struck the
attacked it,
statue.
though.
They struck the statue
just-
though, not specifically
Yeah.
like the plate or anything.
Different weapons have different weaponness or no?
So you've got different effects. So like if you look at your quarterstaff, you see that there's it looks like a splat marker. That's bludgeoning damage. The little swing with the sword is slashing damage, and there should be, I think it's like a little like circle with like bits coming off of it. And that's piercing damage.
I see.
It'll just be on the list in your actions. But They're these ones here. So this
Oh,
is
okay.
bludgeoning, slashing. This means poison and stuff like that.
I'll get my quarterstaff
Yep.
and attack the plate.
Yeah.
So do I need to hit?
Yeah. Roll to hit the plate. I got to be a little bit more specific next time, Weirdo. If you want to hit the, because you sort of just said to hit the statue. All good.
So that's a 20.
20 to hit. Yeah, that definitely hits. Definitely hit. Nat 20.
It was an 18 plus 2.
No, so that's dirty 20. So nat 20 means you rolled a 20 on the first dice, and then it pluses would go over. Nat 20 is like a critical success. It's like a really good thing. It's the opposite of like getting a 1.
But is it actually any better than a 20 any other way?
So a dirty 20 is what you got, and that's just a really high roll, but a nat 20, usually like there's a little bit extra that comes along with a nat 20 sort of thing.
Then it was a nat 20. And then I've got 2 here.
Yeah, so the second one for you is if you activate your Shalila. Which,
Okay, so just the first.
Just the first one. Absolutely. So you pull up your little quarterstaff, you take a couple of steps back, and you just whack this thing, and the ball end of your quarterstaff sort of thing, like puts a big nice dent into it. The whole plate basically just gets pushed inwards. And it's like imagine like a bank, like those bank safe doors, like the little like ones with the key. Imagine if you sort of punched the middle of those and all corners sort of just creased in. Yeah.
Can I pull out the pieces?
Yeah, brilliant. You pull out all the pieces. Awesome. As you're pulling the little pieces out and stuff, the trap mechanism that would have normally opened when you like opened the actual like door kind of tries to go off, and you just see this tiny little like dead spider just sort of like spring out sideways weirdly and just sort of like land off in the disc. It was a harmless little like prank trap sort of thing, and it's just like you pulling the bits out and it just sort of just went and like whistled off to the side, like just didn't even land correctly. And inside you find just a small piece of paper, a very, very small little like note piece of paper.
Does it say?
Upon reading the paper in common, it is written, "Please pick a goddamn door. I told you on the front of this plaque that it was just here to intrigue you guys." This piece of paper looks really old. It looks like it's been sat there for a long time.
Let's just pick a hallway. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Where does eeny, meeny, miny, mo land, you guys?
To the right, run! Ah! Bash through the door.
Door's already open. Weirdo's just quicklying something. You're all good. Weirdo's character's just there, perplexed. What does it mean? As they see Ricky bolt out the right door. Are you guys all just going to follow Ricky?
Yeah.
Awesome. We'll just go natural marching order. Boom. Brilliant. Wonderful, wonderful. You guys make your way up this hallway. It curves around just a little bit, just enough that it's like you couldn't really see the door, but you can definitely see the door now. There's just a nice, no different to the other dungeon doors sort of thing. There is just a small door heading to the next room. And we're gonna move the map a little bit. We're just gonna, sorry, and now we'll zoom in just a little bit. There we go. Oh, I thought that was gonna change for you guys. That's fine. Boom. Yeah, you guys have hit a door. What are you guys doing for this door sort of thing?
Try and sneakily open it.
Brilliant. You want to roll me a little stealth check, Ricky, to peek in this door for me?
Just a little peek.
Just a
24.
24 easily. You sort of open this up. Your torchlight sort of fills a little bit of the room, but it's not overly bright in there. Upon looking inside, you guys see almost a mountain of, like, you can see it very clearly, Ricky. It's like it's a small mountain of what looks like gold coins. In front of it is a dead goblin with 2 more goblins standing over it. They seem to be arguing with each other and pointing to the dead goblin on the ground.
Oh.
They're just like, they're very much like talking to each other and just like pointing to the dead one on the floor, yelling at each other a little bit more. They're not doing anything aggressively, but they are like, it is a like, you can tell that it's like, you know, it's a they're having a minor argument.
Mm.
You hear an occasional common word in there, and it's just like, dead money. Why? Just occasionally amongst goblin chatter, there's just an occasional common word in there.
Guys, there's more goblins back here. What are you thinking?
How many are there?
Dead one. And 2, I see. I think.
Can we try to talk to them again?
Distract him again. Maybe. I gotta stop yelling! Ah.
Alright, what do you guys feel like doing? Weirdo don't trust.
Who thinks I can sneak around, see if there's anything
Weirdo
else?
got an idea.
Ooh.
You guys see Lucinda sort of like tapping people on the shoulder sort of thing.
What are you thinking? Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
You see Lucinda comes up and gets in there a bit. Pretty sure, yeah, you've got dark vision, I'm pretty sure. You see a bit more of this room, Lucinda, with your dark vision. The rest of the room, it's a very like circle shaped room. The rest of the room is pretty empty, like is very much majorly empty sort of thing. There's a few odds and ends on the floor, a little table that looks like it might have been knocked over a bit.
Please be stealthy.
What's the range on Druidcraft? Let me... 30 feet. You can't quite get to the other side of the room. You can basically get 6 of the squares. Well, you can get 3 of the big squares that you guys can see. The squares are sort of broken up into 4 smaller squares. So you can get about 3 of the large squares with that range. Oh, excuse me, with that range. So you can basically cast Druidcraft next to them, but that's about as far as you can get with Druidcraft. Yeah, so 3 of the black-lined squares. If you can see the white-lined squares, you can get 6 of those.
Sounds like the middle-ish.
The far end opposite the goblins. Yeah, I mean, you'd be able to get to sort of like this area sort of thing. You're sort of like cut off around here. Like this where that like line is basically your line. Like you can sort of get like a bit of an arc like this. So you'd be able to like, you could get one of them sort of thing. One of them is close enough if you wanted to get near them. So you're going to do Druidcraft between them, like on the one that's closest to you. And what exactly did you want to do with your Druid's Craft? Yeah, all right. Yeah, you can do like you can sort of make like small animal sounds, like faint odors and stuff like that. It's not a super powerful effect or anything like that. It's like a little gust of air and stuff like that. So you could do like some like little bird calls or something like that. But you probably can't manage like a proper voice. Yeah. It's very druid. Faint wolves? Sure. So yeah, as these 2 goblins are sort of like chattering away at each other sort of thing, you see Lucinda, you know, reaches up and cast their little druid craft spell. I'll get you to roll me a stealth roll on that because it does have a verbal component. So how quietly you were able to manage to get that spell off. So I will get you to roll me a stealth. 21? Easily. Nicely just under your breath sort of thing. You're able to sort of shield your mouth up to block some sound. You guys hear just a little, like, just slightly, just between these two goblins, you guys hear from the distance just the slight little, like, howling and little barks from, like wolves out hunting sort of thing. You hear small little howls and stuff. Immediately, the two goblins stop arguing and look around the entire room. They do spot you guys in the door because they're looking around for wolves.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
They're now thinking, oh, they all looked around really quickly. They go from goblin to common really quickly after seeing some people standing in the doorway, and they're sort of they change their demeanor rather quickly from like aggressive at each other to now actively blaming each other. So the first one the far one points to the one closest to you guys and says,
Glib did it. Glib killed him. Too many. I said too many. But Glib did it.
And you see the other one then immediately turns around.
No, not Glib. Glib did nothing. Glob, it was all Glob.
And they then get back into their argument. They stopped for a second, but then immediately almost got back into their argument about who's done it. What are you guys doing? They still know you're there. They just started arguing again because they just started accusing each other. They're now talking in common, though, and you just hear them.
Too many coins. No. Game not fun anymore. You did this.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm gonna step into the room.
Yeah, all of you guys start getting into the room sort of thing. We got Lucinda starts moving over towards the gold. You guys are getting in the room sort of thing. Aelith, do you wanting to go like fully into the room with everybody else? Wonderful. You guys all basically get in here to see this spectacle of goblins. As you start heading towards the gold, they don't do anything threatening immediately. They're just like,
No, you didn't start the game. Not yet.
The game?
And as soon as you mention the game, immediately they spin around to you.
That was the game? Eat the coins. How many coins can you eat before fall over? Lob said 100, but now... But then Glib said, oh, I can eat 200. And now Glib is fallen over, but he won't get back up.
And now you guys now noticing. I'll get everyone to roll me a perception check.
Gosh dang it. 6.
Wonderful.
12.
Anyone that got over like a 10, you guys all notice these goblins are really fat. They are the one on the floor especially. You even see a couple of coins like in his mouth still, but they are like quite bulbous at the stomach sort of thing.
I want to
like rotund, exactly.
Oh lord, he coming.
Oh lordy, he's chonky.
chunky.
To see how fat they were.
No, yeah, basically, it was just a perception that I got so you guys could get a bit more detail about the goblins, because you guys are now like talking to them and noticing stuff. So yeah, would you be able to roll me a little? What do you want to do? Are you like looking at the whole pile? Are you like getting down in there and like really like looking in the gold, or like what's your goal for this? So are you like getting, like, are you touching the gold? Like that's like the difference between perception and investigation. Investigation's like you're down on your hands and knees looking at it, sort of thing, like thumbing through the gold or something. Or if you're investigating, you're sort of just looking at the whole. Sorry, you're perceiving. You're looking at the whole mound. Investigation, you're like looking at the stack, sort of thing. Like you'll pull a couple of coins out or something. So roll whatever you want to do for that one. Investigation. All right, yeah. Looking at the mound, there's a lot here. Like this is a lot of stuff. There's a few, not many though. It is mainly coins, is what you're noticing. That they all seem to be coins. For a pile of like treasure or anything, there's oddly like nothing else really in there other than really coins. There's like 2 little gems and stuff in there. They're really just. It's just a big old. It just looks like a big old pile of coins, though. You feel like some of the coins, definitely, like some of these coins aren't what you expect. Like you've held gold. You know what gold feels like, sort of thing. I don't know. You don't know. You don't know whether. You're not sure. You're not sure on these ones. These don't. They don't feel right. And as this is happening, like you guys, like Lucinda's like beckoning you guys over. The goblins aren't like stopping you touching the gold, but they do look a little uncomfortable by you just like, you know, getting in on their game, sort of thing. Like, you know, it's like going and grabbing the ball while someone's playing basketball and looking at the ball. Like they're not immediately like threatened by this, but they're just like, why are they looking at our game? So who's going down?
I could bite one. I could eat one.
Lucinda's taking a bite. The coin that you bite immediately goes straight in half.
Lucinda is taking a bite?
Lucinda, yeah, they said bite it. Oh no, you give one to Ricky. Sorry, I missed that. So Ricky's coming down. Are you biting it, Ricky?
Sure.
Sweet. Lucinda's holding up a coin, and you don't even grab it out of their hand. You just sort of like hum and bite the end of the coin off. It's a clean break. It's oddly sweet.
I could beat you guys.
That's what you're saying. Are you saying that to the goblins, Ricky?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The moment you say that and have taken a bite of one of the coins, these goblins start voraciously getting back into their game. They get to the edge of the coins and start like shoveling the coins into their mouths. They look in pain from this.
Yes. Yes. Doing what I wanted.
I'm gonna get you to roll me a persuasion, or yeah, you're asking them to do that. I want you to roll me a persuasion to see how far they're going with this.
Okay. 20.
They're not stopping. They are going for it. These guys are they're just going for it. They didn't even look up to see if you started to join in with them. You just hear the pie, like handfuls of gold coins getting scraped towards their mouth, and just and they're just eating these coins. You notice one of them, after about the third handful, passes out on the floor, completely unconscious.
Yes. My God.
The third one is still on the floor. Just as Lucinda's just saying, "Stop, this isn't healthy." The last goblin weakly looks up at you and goes, "What?
Is that all? Is that all you got?"
Looking over at Ricky, it's unsure how you're like standing or anything like that. It's looking weak. This thing is weak. And it just goes, "Oh, Blob didn't win," and also just passes out immediately on the floor.
I win. I'm faster. I win.
All right, you now have 2 incredibly round, unconscious goblins and a dead, round, unconscious goblin. Sure. Roll a dex for me, Lucinda to give him a little flick in the ear. You go to like clip the back of his head sort of thing, and you notice he just like quickly ducks out of the way, so you don't get the hit. But Ricky's aware that you went for the little hit sort of thing. Like it was just like that little head slap sort of thing.
I haven't ate that much.
Awesome. What do you guys want to do with these little goblins? They are just like unconscious. They're just like passed out. You think one of them might be snoring? Like you're not sure on these guys. Like you don't know. Like you can go check. You can go do a medicine check or something if you want to try to do something about it. But these guys are just unconscious. They're down. They're on the floor. Their eyes aren't open.
They ain't gonna be moving for a while.
Yeah, awesome.
Check what they have on them.
I'll rifle through their pockets.
Brilliant. Rivet immediately runs over and starts rummaging through pockets. Go ahead and roll me the medicine check, weirdo. I'll get you to roll 2 just because you can do both of the goblins. You can give a little check on both of them. All right. You're not sure about the first one. The first one, the one that passed out whilst eating, on a 6, you're not really sure. You can't really hear much in the way of like breathing, but you're not sure. Like you may have just like misheard something. The other one though that passed out on the floor, like after looking at Ricky being fine, you can definitely hear some weak breathing and stuff like that. Like he's not dying, but he's gonna be sleeping this one off for a while. Did anybody else want to rummage pockets while that was happening, or is Rivet the only one going through pockets?
Sure. I grab a look through them.
Awesome. So anyone in particular you're rifling through? There's the dead one on the floor and the 2 that are now passed out.
Pass out one.
Awesome. So any particular one you're rifling through, Rivet?
The dead one.
Brilliant. Being goblins, they don't have a whole lot on them. You find under the dead one, there was a few actual real coins. There was just a little stack of about 30 silver pieces as well. Like, and that seems to be what they were like betting over. Other than that, you just find a lot of like, you know, their clothes aren't anything, like they're just wearing like some like anything that they've shambled together sort of thing. They're not wearing anything good. They have little knives that are rusty little, you know, it looks like a kitchen knife, maybe a bit bigger, but you know, rusty and bound with some like just some like rags and stuff like that. That nothing of great value other than the coins that they were seemingly fighting over. Anything else that people are wanting to look through? Yeah, sure. What are you going through?
I would like to rifle through the pile and see if there's anything other than the edible coins, if there's any real coins or anything else.
Brilliant. Yeah, sweet. So you want to go ahead and give me a little investigation on that one? On a 2. I mean, you pick up a few coins, break them. Like, you don't spend a whole lot of time after you've broken about the, like, you know, 20th coin in half. You're really just like, I don't know, guys. I don't think there's really anything in here, sort of thing. Like, you don't even that you know there's a couple of little gemstones, but they're not even really like, you know. You can grab the couple of little ones that are on the top if you want. There's a couple of just
check the gemstones.
Chuck them in your inventory is just, you know, they're worth about 50 silver sort of thing for a little handful of the gemstone. You can sort of just, yeah, Bob, if you want.
50 silver altogether?
Hey?
50 silver altogether?
Yeah, that's what they'd be worth, roughly, sort of thing. Like, as they are, they don't look they don't look like they're well cut or anything like that. They do roughly look like they just look like rough cut gems and stuff like that. Like they've just been almost like they were mined straight out of the rock sort of thing. Like they haven't been. There's been nothing done to them. But yeah, they're very, very base value, not worth a whole lot. But yeah, Ricky, if you want to, yeah, you can switch over and start rummaging through some of the gems as well if you want, or the big pile.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Little investigation if you want.
15.
All right, Ricky's a lot less. Rather than like checking all the coins, Ricky's more so just like pushing stuff off the top and just like going through the whole pile rather than like meticulously trying to and get like, you know, Aelith sort of like was breaking each coin and then got sort of was like, I'll just take a few of the gems and was kind of done.
Jesus.
Good lord.
Huh?
My handle on my chair, I tried to like get up and it slipped. Scared the hell out of me. That scared the jeebies out of me. Yeah, so Ricky being a lot less like searching one by one pushes a few things out of the way. You get to near the bottom of the pile and you do find a small ruby that looks like it's probably worth a little bit more. It looks like it's actually been cut. It doesn't look great. It looks like there's a few nicks and cracks on it. You're not really sure how much it's worth, really. You'd probably have to get it checked out by someone or something like that. But it's like you picked it up and you notice that it's a little bit bigger and it is much nicer than the ones that Aelith was picking out of the top of the pile, sort of thing. You definitely can tell that it's like actually a little bit more like processed.
Definitely grab that.
Awesome. You can just drop that straight in your pocket if you want. Just say you can get it checked out by someone that maybe knows a bit more or something like that. But yeah, other than that, you don't really find that much. You know, it was just a, you know, most of it is coins. If you want, you can also pick out about 50 silvers worth of the rough gems that were in there. But that's
50 silver.
Yeah, 50 silver worth of gems, sort of thing. Just you can add it as like a custom item or something, and just say like assorted uncut gems or something. So, and that'll take you a few extra minutes to sort of actually like go through and pick out all the little like, basically getting the same sort of amount as Aelith, sort of thing. And now it's looking pretty like there's a few little like. You could, like if anybody else wanted to rummage through, you might get a little bit more, sort of thing. But anything else people want to do? You're going to take some of the gold coins, the chocolate coins, or the edible coins? Yeah, brilliant.
Little snack.
However many you want to take, just you can like list them down as just that. Yeah, little chocolate coins. Take as many as you want. Sure, if you want to cram 50. You guys don't have bags of holding or anything, so you guys are working on like pocket space and stuff like that. You guys might have pouches and stuff like that, so you probably could get you probably could get a good 50 of them, but it probably will fill up a couple of pockets, sort of thing. But yeah, you could probably grab 50 as the max, sort of thing, if you wanted to actually grab 50 of them.
I'm gonna go check out the door.
Awesome. You guys are doing all this as Rivet goes and checks out the door. You wanting to open it?
Can I listen first?
Yeah, absolutely.
Set a roll. Oh dear. I only rolled a 7.
On this side of the door, you really can't hear much. You sort of put your ear up to it and it just sounds very hollow. Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll open it.
Awesome. It's a very short little hallway with another door at the other end. Anything that you guys are still doing with corpses or anything? You guys?
I'm done in this room.
You're done? You saw Rivet walking away, you followed.
Poke the belly of one of them. See what it racks, how it racks.
An unconscious one or the dead one?
Unconscious. Not the dead one.
You poke the little tummy of the unconscious one, and you just sort of its face goes from like resting pain to just like it like rolls its head to the other side and, with a little and just sort of like goes straight back to passed out. So it's just like it just like wreathes a little on the floor and just and goes back to snoring. You hear a bit of a snore come out of it.
Make my way to the door then.
It jingled a little when you poked it, and it rolled.
That's hilarious.
We are rapidly approaching. Oh no, we're a bit over time. Do we want to take our next break here? We sort of only got a little bit longer, or we can keep going and push it to the 4 hours and wrap up like sort of next or something like that. What are you guys feeling?
What's the first option you said?
So we can either take our break now, and then when we come back, we've sort of got like, I don't know, like 15, 20 minutes to however long you guys want to go for after that, or we can just keep pushing through now and get to the next room and take our break after that, or what's everyone thinking for tired? Like, is people wanting to head off soon and stuff like that? What are people...
Not too fast.
All right, we'll jump on to break anyway. So, for all the people new here, we grab those snackies, fill those drinks up, enjoy the music, and we will be right back. And we are back. How are we doing, guys? How are we doing? How's everyone going? Are we ready? Are we ready? We have new map vision. All right. Let's get you guys into this hallway.
Half making toasties, maybe.
Yummy, 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 yummy. All right, let's get back into it, guys. Back into it. You guys have entered the corridor. What do you guys want to do? There's another door right in front of yous.
Open the door.
You're opening it straight away?
Yeah.
Brilliant. The second you open this room, it is bright. It is there is some good light that's been put out of this room, sort of thing. There's a few torches on the walls and stuff like this. Looking around immediately, I'll get everyone to roll me perception. And then I will get everyone to roll me stealth as well.
I got 12 perception.
Good, all good.
8.
And 22 stealth.
Damn. And self, okay. 13.
Are you there, weirdo? We'll just go with what we've currently got so far. You guys are doing okay for the stealth. Perception-wise, Ricky can't see too much from the back. But from the front, you guys, it's pretty well lit in here. It's not a hard throw or anything like that. Perception and stealth rolls, weirdo. Yeah, so you guys basically look into this room. Across the way, immediately Rivet spots, or immediately Aelith spots that there's 4 goblins across the room, and they're all very intent on the other door. Weapons drawn, prepared. They have not noticed you guys. They are intent on this other door. They have zero awareness of anything else that's not this door. They are weapons drawn, ready. They're behind it. Like, you see a couple of them are like behind little like mock barricades that they've made. But yeah, that immediately you do notice those. Everyone's sort of, you do see it. But the room is, it looks like there's a lot of little beds and stuff like that. There's a few bits of like tables that are sitting there and with some stuff on the tables and whatnot. Yeah, Rivet's at the front, but you did see just pass over Rivet because they're so short. You're able to see the goblins better than Rivet can. So you've got the best details for like how they're positioned on the other door. They're looking intent on this other door sort of thing. They look ready. Who's moving where?
What are we thinking, guys? They seem distracted by the other door.
Are they saying anything?
They are quiet, waiting, and prepared. Completely oblivious to anything behind, like anything around them, behind them. Like, they don't care about anything other than this door right now.
Could walk in there just asking, what's behind the door? None of them have attacked us yet.
They don't know you're there.
Like the ones before have not attacked us.
Oh, yeah, true, yeah.
They seem friendly enough. Just throw a coin if they're not.
You're pushing past to talk to them?
Yeah.
You pushing past the party? All right. Before you guys have really anything too much to say, Ricky has pushed past you guys, has entered the room and
What's behind the door, guys?
The second you say anything, Ricky, they all immediately turn around and all you hear is, "Get him!" And they all start running straight at you, Ricky. I need you specifically to roll initiative. Weirdo, if you want to roll your stealth quickly, if you want to actually hide beyond entering the room. I'd say at the back. I think you're all right. If you're at the back of the group, even on an 11, I think you would be okay to sort of duck around a corner if you want to stay like almost in this room.
Initiative?
Awesome. I can zoom in a little bit. I was waiting for everyone to sort of get out of the room before I zoomed in too much.
Perfect. Was that initiative?
Yeah, you're rolling initiative.
22. Nah, 20.
Whatever you and Rivet want to do, you guys can either hide and stay back, or whatever you guys want to do. These things are going to move straight towards Ricky. Like, they have already you heard them yell, and they've started moving towards.
I have a thunder wave.
Yeah.
It's in a 15-foot cube emanating from me.
Mm-hmm.
Could I run into like the middle of them and do that, but I'm still far enough away from Ricky that I won't hurt Ricky?
Very likely. You may even be able to get over them. If you scroll down on your page, you have, I believe, 2 traits that might be very, you might really like to read. So, like, yeah, check out some of your lower skills. You've got 2 that might interest you in this moment. One of them being your speed, and the other one being your jump.
Well, can't I just run around him?
Yeah, I'm just not. You only have 30 feet of movement, which is 6 of the squares. So you'll get 1, 2, 3, 4. So you get so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you're like right next to Ricky, and he would still be within your range. So if you wanted to try to use one of your like little features, you'd be able to get further and stuff, or try to jump over them or something. You could definitely try to do a jump or something.
Yeah, I'll do a rabbit hop, which means I can jump up to 10 feet.
Brilliant. So you're going to use your full movement to get as far as you can?
Yeah, into the middle of them.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's where you get to with your normal movement. And then you can do, yeah, so it's mainly high, but I'll let you like go like sort of half the distance. So I'll let you get another like square if you want to sort of jump.
It says
Does it not say straight up?
speed greater enough. You can jump 10 feet.
There you go, yeah, perfect. Wherever you want, 10 feet in any direction you want. So another 2 squares. That's 10 more feet. You are like dead smack in the center of them now.
I'd like to cast.
I don't know whether Ricky's going to be out of it. You said 15 feet is Thunderwave?
Yeah.
Because it's a 3 square, so I think Ricky's technically still in it. Oh, what is it, radius or diameter? Or does it just say 15 foot cube?
15 foot cube.
Okay, perfect. So it's 15 foot is around you sort of thing, so he's just out of it.
So I'm hitting 3 of them.
Yeah. You're hitting all of them. You're hitting all of them except Ricky.
Okay, so I'll
Perfect.
cast Thunderwave. Shall I click the little button?
Yeah, if you're ready to cast it, it should just be like a dex save for them. I don't even know if it's to hit. Yeah, it's a DC. I think they've got a con save against you. I don't think they don't get to choose. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
you don't roll to hit. So they have to get out of the way essentially. Damn. Okay. Brilliant. 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 All right. All these goblins. You guys. Ricky's walked into the room and been like, "What's going on?" These guys all were like, "Let's get him." Turned around, and you, in that moment, Aelith took the steps and just the agileness of a rabbit sort of just went 1, 2, 3 steps, jumped, leapt over, and what are we doing? You guys are in combat now.
Oh. I beat all your friends in the coin eating competition.
At this point, they are all much more focused on the fact that there is a rabbit person that has sprinted around you guys, jumped over like a large gap, like just basically jumped the last bit of distance and like planted themselves in the middle of the 4. So we are going to roll con saves for all these little guys. We need... Where are their little stat blocks? Sorry, goblins. Oh.
Yeah.
What do they have to be? What's the DC on it? It should say it should say a number.
A creature takes 2d8.
Where the spell is? Should say hit or DC.
It says con 13.
That's it. So they got to beat a 13 or they take the full damage. First one makes it.
Yeah.
So that means they take half damage if you read the spell. So you'll roll your damage after they either escape or not. The second one makes it. The third one does not make it on a 4. We've had a 15, a 14, and a whatever that one was, a 3 or a 4, and we got another one that does not get it. So the very last one was a 12, so just fails. Brilliant. So you want to go ahead and roll the damage on that. So 2d8, I think it is.
I already did 12.
12? This is a sight. This is a spectacle for you guys to see. Run, jump, land. Aelith grabs her staff out from behind her, picks it up, and you see her face. There's like almost a cloud that covers her face, and her eyes go stark white, and you see little lines of electricity start trickling from the back of her eyes, like backwards into her hair, as she slams the staff down on the ground. In that moment, the shockwave, the 2 that are closest to her immediately are eviscerated, just pink mist, immediately. The other two are blown back their 10 foot across the wall, or like blown back their 10 foot and just smeared across the ground. They are all dead in one shot.
Holy
Even
crap.
on the half damage,
All
they
of
all
them?
died.
I kind of pull out my crossbow, see that they're all already dead, and go,
That's right. Leaving you.
Just gone. They're just gone. They're dead.
They had families. I was gonna friend them.
These guys just crumbled. You guys are basically like, Ricky, you're standing there in basically just shock and awe of what just happened. The radius was just before you. You felt the wind off of it. You felt like the rush of air as it went past you, sort of thing, from the straight up like lightning hitting the ground. And yeah, Rivet the same. Readies the crossbow and then just puts it straight back down and like attaches it back to their waist bandolier, sort of thing. Nothing required. You guys call into Lucinda from the other room. It's okay. It's safe now. you guys all gather into this. What are you guys saying to Aelith in this moment? What's Aelith saying in this moment?
Holy.
I'm kind of looking around shocked because that's the first time I've used that spell.
Probably the first time you killed something.
No, not the first time I've killed something. But it's the first time I've used that spell because I haven't been in like this kind of situation before. So I'm kind of looking around shocked. I'm kind of thinking like I just meant to like beat them up or like knock them out. I didn't mean to kill them, and I'm kind of like a bit shaken up, literally and emotionally. My foot's bunny thumping against the ground with the thunder vibrations.
Just shock in my face. Oh, hey. Don't mess with you, okay?
All right. So you've got two shaken characters at the moment. Currently, Lucinda and Aelith are both stuck in position, sort of thing. What anybody want to check the room out and stuff like that? What are we thinking about this room?
Is it safe now?
It's cleared. All you see around you is, you know, everything around Aelith is literally like there's a clear like circle around them where all the dust and everything is literally like it's the 15, it's like the 10 foot around her is completely clean. No, there's no debris, there's no papers, all the tables and stuff were pushed away. There is nothing around them. They're just basically standing in this circle of, there's two like little spatterings of red mist off, and then a little bit further there's another two little smears across the ground, and that's it. Yeah, everything's pushed pretty far away from you, sort of like you're in the center of the room and it's just cleared. You guys wanting to do anything in this room?
Look around a bit.
Yeah, brilliant.
I don't think they dropped anything. There's nothing left.
Yeah. Soul leaving body. So Lucinda is, stuck there. Rivet starts searching around. Ricky starts searching around. It seemed to be where most of these guys like slept and stuff. There's papers and books around. Like where you sort of landed, there was a bit of a table next to you, but that's been now just bashed over onto the side, and like it's there. Like you can Anyone checking the bodies? What body? You know that you rummage around. Anywhere in particular you guys are looking?
Check under the beds.
Brilliant. Ricky goes around and starts investigating the beds. They all seem to have something. They all have like a little name tag on them. You see leg. You see eye. You see glip. You see glop. Just everyone had their bed. This looked like maybe where they slept or something like that. Might have just been a little bit of a forward outpost or something like that.
Can I go around and gather up the like, books and paper so we can look through them to see?
Absolutely. Go ahead and give me a investigation just to see like how much of it you like can gather and like order and stuff like that. Yeah, all right. Yeah, an 18. You spend like the next sort of like 20 minutes or so, maybe a bit longer, sort of going around the room, especially like where you landed, picking up all the scattered papers. Everywhere else, that it's like you've got a couple of little piles of stuff and papers and stuff. But all the stuff that was around you, like you kind of picked all of the main stuff up. You seem like it. Some of it's written in Gobblin. Some of them are just random books that are, that they found throughout that maybe they found in the dungeon or just whatever. They're just random books. Nothing of like crazy value or anything like that.
Does anyone speak Goblin? I don't know.
With the absolutely dead silence that comes back, don't think anyone speaks Goblin. But yeah.
I'll probably just drop them and leave them there for if, Glib and Glob come back and... I feel bad! They're like, oh my god, our friends are smushed on the floor, and then they're like, oh my god, our papers are gone! So I'll leave them something. Maybe it's their passports, I don't know.
They won't even know they're gone.
Amazing. Aleph picks up all the papers and stacks them around and puts them in a nice little pile sort of thing. Very, very nicely, taps them on the top, sort of leaves them there. Whoever searched the beds, who was searching beds? Was it both of you guys? Just Bob? I think, did you say you were looking at something, Rivet?
I was just kind of generally looking around. I didn't say anything specific.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, as we'll say, Bob, you take the bottom side sort of beds. There's some odds and sods in there. You find about 20 copper and a few and 5 silver amongst the beds, sort of thing, between all 3 of those bottom beds. Really not much. Goblins don't need much. You find just their odd possessions and stuff like that. There's straw dolls and just weird bits and bobs that they kept as trinkets and baubles.
They had dolls. They had a family. Everything.
No, not the dolls.
Anything we might want to grab?
Yeah, I mean, grabbed the coins and stuff like that. It looked like a generally, lived-in area sort of thing. It didn't look like somewhere where they, held much stuff. It really just looked like a bit of a lived-in area sort of thing. There's really, most of the stuff was, on tables that was knocked around sort of thing. Did you want to search those top 3 beds, Rivet?
I'll grab those coins.
Yeah.
Awesome. Very, very similar. About you find about 25 copper and sort of 4 silver. There's 40 rooms in the dungeon. All that stuff. You guys have gone through about 6, if that. You guys aren't a scouting party. Zardel did tell you that another party had gone in before you. So you got... I don't remember. I think I said something like 20 or something copper and about 5 silver. The goblins don't count as scouting. The other party technically was It may Zardel said that they've been using this dungeon for a while. The scouting party was like long gone. Like
Okay.
this is a dungeon that they've been using for a while, and like they only want it reset because something's affecting this dungeon. Something's like causing the dungeon to change a little bit. So you guys are going in for that reason. Well, currently Weirdo is semi-unconscious on the floor, just passed out from the shock of Aelith absolutely nuking nuking these goblins. Did anyone want to wake? Did anyone wake them up? You said you passed out. You said you were getting carried to the next room. You said it. It became law.
Wake up!
You didn't. There was no /JK.
Can I go over to Lucinda and gently pat their face?
Of course. Is that enough to wake you up, Lucinda? Some little gentle bunny paw taps on the face.
I'm yelling. I'm yelling. Wake up!
I'm just gonna like absolutely slap.
So you now have Ricky yelling in your face and a hefty slap from a very small 3-foot kobold. Now enough to wake you up. How hefty is this slap? Did you arm right back? What's the? How hefty we talking for this swing on this slap?
The heftiest. You want me to do a strength check?
Yeah, go on then. Do the strength test. Do a strength check.
And I rolled a 19. 21.
Roll a 19. You see little Rivet like winds back the arm, hits the slap, and basically spins in spot with the amount of force that it was, and does a little spin on the spot. You have a very distinct red claw of a kobold on your face. I don't think it would do damage. It is just an open palm slap.
Doesn't wake them up. Deck reaches for his bow again.
Are you still on 1 health?
Lucinda is actually on 1 health. But that's fine. No damage on the hefty slap, but a very distinct red kobold hand on the side of Lucinda's face. We now have an awake Lucinda and a very looted room. You have 2 doors that you guys are currently looking at. The one that the goblins were essentially guarding, and the other one.
Ooh. What's in the room they're guarding?
Very awake and kind of mad. What he is thinking.
I want to see what they were looking at.
Ricky goes straight up to this door, opens the door, and you open the door, and a very grotesque sight is at the other end of this hallway. It looks horrifying. About halfway down the corridor, it looks like it starts to turn almost into flesh. And you see essentially it's like the perspective is like you're looking out of someone's mouth. That's what you currently see. You're looking through teeth and over tongue. And the floor, it basically melds into this tongue. The walls are like go halfway down and start becoming flesh. But you're looking essentially from the inside out of a mouth.
I want to throw my torch in there. See what it reacts to.
You throw your torch in there. It lands pretty close, like dead smack on the center of the tongue. It's not a very long corridor. It's just a little lob. And you just hear like you hear the very distinctive like spitting noise. You hear like a what was that? And that's it. That's all you hear as the mouth essentially. You see the torch like go further into the other room as it's spit out of what you're seeing, sort of thing.
We close this door. Nothing in there, guys.
Closes the door and tells the rest of you there's nothing.
Do not go in there. I would not go in there if I were you.
Wonderful.
Go to the other door.
Ricky then goes to the other door, opens it up. Very, very small little hallway. Just another door on the other side.
This one seems friendly, guys. I think this one, maybe.
Ricky signals to you guys to head over to this door. Are you guys all following? Technically, you didn't see the mouth. You didn't have a good angle or anything like that. Only Ricky saw the horrors of behind that door. But you guys all follow. You guys all follow over.
Yeah.
Awesome, brilliant.
Cool. No
What
any
are we doing
questions?
to this next room? Got a door in front of you guys at the end of this little hallway.
Try and stealth it.
It's on you guys.
Not at all.
Slowly sneak in.
No.
All right.
Stealth has not been worth
Stealth,
it this
yeah.
entire time.
All right. So
It's good.
as Ricky's slowly opening the door, are you bursting in there, Lucinda?
Yes.
No.
You get like an inch of this door cracked open. Boom! Lucinda kicks the door open. Light again comes flooding backwards into you guys. It's a very small room with a nice looking chest at the other side.
Ooh, a chest. I want to run to it. I want to run to it.
I'm gonna run to it. We all run to it.
running towards chest. You guys just
Wait,
sort of leave
yes.
that walkway. Are you guys following?
Yeah. We'll go into
Yeah.
the room. Well, I'll go into the room. Yeah.
You going
Oh,
into
wait.
the room?
Ooh, a chest.
Wait, no. I'm gonna leave this one to Rick. Ricky.
Yeah,
I'm
a
not
chest.
gonna.
Are you guys
I'm not
getting
gonna-
any closer than that? You guys just said you'd enter the room. Are you guys getting closer than that?
Yeah, to the room. I'm just like looking at the other door.
Now I'm gonna stay here.
You guys are staying here? Yep. All right.
Just kick it open.
I'm gonna quickly take a
Get
step
away.
back before someone opens that.
Lucinda takes a little step back. Ricky's standing right there at the chest. He winds his foot back as he goes to kick this chest open. And that's where we'll wrap up for today.
Oh,
No! How
Oh.
dare you?
no.
How dare you?
Oh.
Yippee, guys! Yippee! Session 1!
That was amazing.